We're still celebrating the 4th of July here at LeRoy and Lewis. This time we're going to focus on the cakewalk. Meredyth and Jackson made a few different cakes. We have 5 different cakes and pies, and people are going to pay into the Southern Smoke Foundation. $5 a ticket. It's going to all go to benefit Southern Smoke Foundation. We drew the map on the parking lot sidewalk. If you don't know how a cakewalk works, everybody goes and picks their square on the little trail map, and then we play music like musical chairs. When the music stops, we draw a number from the bucket, which corresponds to the amount of squares that there are on the trail. And whichever number we draw, whoever stands on that square wins a cake, their choice of cake. We had a carrot cake, a chocolate cloud cake, a strawberry blueberry pie, a Italian hangover cake, and then a cheddar cheesecake, one that we do here all the time. So we're going to give all those away, and we're going to benefit the Southern Smoke Foundation with that cakewalk. We're going to see how Meredyth and Jackson prepare all of those special desserts.
Hey everyone, we're making a Italian hangover cake. It's a special kind of cake, at least for drunk people. Cakes, I don't know how to explain it, but it's a great cake. So right now we're about to mix our butter with our dry goods, and it's a very basic cake, but what makes it so delicious is the alcohol glaze. That's what gives it the kick. But let's get to it. So we get our butter in. Alrighty. So we're just gonna mix that for a minute or two, and then we will throw our wet goods in.
Have you made it before?
Yeah, only one time. I actually saw it on the internet. It was this one restaurant in New York that they do this like Italian hangover cake. I guess it's like popping off. I just thought I should make it, and I loved it. Our first test cake.
Were you hungover for it?
No, I should, but I think it's a great cake for the cakewalk for 4th of July. You know, you just take that home with you, let it sit overnight, and you know you're probably gonna be wasted, and just take a couple bites of that and feel a lot better. I guess, or you'll feel great. This is my first cakewalk I'm doing. I'm excited for it. We're gonna have 5 cakes: Italian hangover cake, cheddar cheesecake, carrot cake, and a pie, and a chocolate cake. So 5 cakes. We're gonna go crazy with it. Hopefully, you know, I just win all the cakes. You know, that'd be cool. I'm gonna be in the contest. Is that fair? Is that fair to be in the contest?
I think so. Yeah.
So you want to gradually add your wet ingredients. So it's just orange juice, orange zest, eggs, and milk, and vanilla paste. But you want to, gradually add 1/3, and you want to mix for about like 2 minutes. Yeah, it's getting in there. All right, let's put for our last wet ingredients, and make sure the scoop right inside. Make sure you get all the edges. Nothing's left out of the mixing progress. All right, so this is the batter consistency you want to get. That's like pancake batter right there. Now we just put it in our pans, and also make sure you oil out these.
For extra protection though, I would actually do butter and flour.
Butter and flour, okay.
So
You want to spray or after?
I think just the butter's fine.
Butter's fine, okay.
Put it in all around. And then you're going to kind of tap to get all the edges all the way around. And then just, there we go. Nice light coating.
Right on. Now you just want to scoop it right in. You can use any utensil. I like to just use a scoop. Just easy to grab and just pop it right in. And you gotta make sure, don't overfill it. You don't have to like, it's just like as long as it's not like at the top of the edge, like at least like maybe a couple centimeters.
I didn't know you were on metric.
I know, yeah, that's baking for you. Make sure you use all your ingredients. So many people just throw shit out. Like this is what you gotta do. Make sure you get all the sides, the top. A lot of people just will throw this shit away. No, that's bad, that pisses me off. The person that does it the most is Cole. Smooth it out. See, this is like perfect. Like this is the height that you want your batter to be. Not like just like something right here. I've done that. And it's not a fun mess to clean up. Best part, you have some extra batter. Taste it. Pretty good. All right, so while we wait for our ovens to be clear, I'm gonna start on the glaze. And the glaze is very simple. It's just butter, brown sugar, and white sugar, and then our alcohol. Also, you gotta make sure when you're cutting the butter, you wanna cut against the grain, okay? Like so. Because if you don't, you have to throw that shit out. It won't be good. Pro tip. All right, separate your butter from your dry ingredients. So we're just gonna put our sugar in this quart container. Same thing for brown sugar. So the plan is we're gonna melt our butter. Once it's melted, we're gonna add our dry ingredients. And then we're gonna wait until it boils. Once it boils, we take it off the heat and then we add our liquor. All right, so we have vodka, Grand Marnier, and Sorno. Alright, so we just want 4 tablespoons of each alcohol. So it's not too much. And you can add a little bit more, you know, who gets it really? Like, when it comes to like just an alcohol glaze, I feel like no matter what, it's you have sugar, sugar, brown sugar, and butter mixed with alcohol. It's gonna be great no matter what. It's just the most like, fattiest sugar glaze you have, which I guess that's any glaze really. So, did I add vodka?
You added 2 tablespoons, I believe.
Oh, you did? Okay, all right. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, we just add more.
You got a heavy hand for someone who doesn't really drink.
And I'm gonna add some Japanese whiskey. No reason, really. We just had it. Yeah. Okay.
Friday.
No. Oh.
Jackson,
That was bad.
available.
Oh, they are. Awesome. All right. Let's put these guys in. We're gonna check in like 15 minutes, see where they are. We're gonna bake them at like 350, and they're gonna be cooking, I don't know, just like 30 minutes. All right, let's get our glaze going. All right, let's put our sugar. You also want to add a half a cup of water. Ooh.
The butter did not like that.
No, who knew? That water and fat, they don't mix well. Interesting. All right, so it's boiling. Take it off the stove. Move the tortilla chips and then pour the alcohol. Now we're gonna let this sit hot. And then we are going to use the glaze. Once the cake gets out, all finished, we'll let it set for 10 minutes. And then we're going to start poking holes throughout the cake. And we're going to drizzle our glaze in the cake so it gets that extra flavor. Yeah, so it's our 15-minute mark. So we're going to go check and see. So that's the reason why I was telling you, like, you don't want to overfill it because look where it's at. All right, we're doing good. It's at 160. All right, so we're gonna let it set for another 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, and we're gonna check on it. You know, that's how baking is. You just wait for your shit to be done. So it still has that like that boozy smell to it, but you're not gonna taste it really. Like there's not that much booze in there. Yeah, and there's like there's like brown sugar and white sugar in it. It's like a syrup almost. Alrighty. Well, we're gonna let these rest for about 10 minutes and then we'll put our glaze on top.
What you're going for?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
You said that's real boozy.
Yeah, this one has a boozy kick to it. Like, what do you think? Like the last one you didn't taste it as much.
Which liquor is in here?
So, vodka, Grand Marnier, Sorno. And I put a little bit
I
of
would just not do the vodka.
Yeah? No vodka?
I'm like, I taste it.
You don't have to buy the cheapest vodka they sell. You bought Smirnoff because that's what James Bond drinks, right? Shaken, not stirred.
That's very strong. I love these flavors, but don't do vodka.
Vodka?
I think if someone's really trying to avoid booze, they just won't use this cake.
Yeah.
That's fine. And then other people will be fun.
We just gotta announce it that this is a boozy cake.
Yes.
So
Yeah, like kids probably won't like it, and if you're sober, maybe take a
all right, it's been over 10 minutes. We're gonna start poking the cake with our probe. And it doesn't matter how much, actually it does. You don't want to use too much glaze on the cake because it would just be mush. You know, like you just want to use like just a tiny bit, but a good amount where it can like soak in the cake. And you want to save some extra to put on top of the cake too. And you don't poke any holes on the top, just the bottom. See, this guy's more promising. Look at this. Yeah, maybe it has some little mess up right here, but
Who doesn't?
yeah, we're all humans. You know, we're not perfect, except for me. So now we're gonna just foil the top of these cakes and let them sit for another 10 minutes, and then we'll take them out. You can also just foil it and let it sit overnight. So 10 minutes, take these guys out. See, hopefully they're good. At least this guy will be good. This guy, I don't have much hope. But yeah, all right, let's flip this. Ooh, that looks good. Look at that.
Hey! Grandma Betty's trick.
Amazing.
And you don't even see the flour. It's awesome. That's what we're going for.
Yes. See,
Last
look at
time
this.
Could we add powdered sugar to that and make it a glaze that you can actually see?
Powdered sugar? What do you mean?
So powdered sugar and some kind of liquid makes a glaze that's like, you know, you can
it
see the
sticks.
drips.
Oh,
coming
okay,
down.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do
So
that.
let's try that out. It's pretty, but I want something more like
Yeah, more of a
ooh, la, la.
color.
Yeah. So powdered sugar and like a little bit of liquid. So most of the time people use like lemon juice, and then it's like a lemon glaze. If it's sugar cookies, you just put milk in it, and you know it makes that glaze that sticks well to cookies. Because we're glazing a cake, not sugar cookies, so it can be a little looser. All right, this feels like nice and drippy to me.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
that looks great,
I mean, we
Meredyth.
can work on the dripping, but
Yeah,
I like the look of that. Imagine that on the whole cake. I think it would look
that'd be
nice.
amazing. Looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm happy with it. Yeah, looks good.
Just kind of strategically do it so it goes in the grooves.
Yeah, that's nice.
Cool.
Should we cut into this thing?
Sure. Looks like the soap got through.
So good.
So the one thing we want to check is just if the glaze is too sweet.
I think it's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the glaze.
You want a bite?
Yeah, I do want to bite.
Yeah, get it with your mouth. Pretty good?
Not too boozy at all. I was afraid of the booze. I got nothing to fear. Yeah, that's really
No,
good.
yeah, I mean, I think it's
That icing's
light enough
delicious
for
too.
sure. It's nice.
Yeah. All right, well,
See you Tuesday.
see you Tuesday.
You ready for the stinky cheese, baby? Oh! Oh, man.
We are making an American flag pie for the cakewalk, and it's gonna have strawberries and blueberries and stripes and stars on it. Right now, I'm working on the filling. This is blueberry and some sugar, and I'm gonna do some fresh lemon zest and lemon juice. Pies are not a specialty of mine. I feel like they're like a special occasion thing. Like people don't always just like want pie. It's like to celebrate something, which is kind of cool that we're doing it for the 4th. But in my head, pie is very much like a Thanksgiving thing, but I like that we can do fruit for summer. So I'm just ordering these guys. We can start making the chocolate cake. It's called a chocolate cloud cake, and it's flourless, it's gluten-free. But what happens is you whip the eggs, and what it does is it rises in the oven and it looks all beautiful, and you take it out and it kind of falls, but it still has this beautiful crackly top. And then you fill this beautiful cavern with tons of whipped cream. So when you cut into it, you get this like cloud-like fudgy chocolate cake experience with the lightness of the whipped cream on top. It's so good. So with this cake, you don't want to use semi-sweet chocolate chips. Those are really meant for cookies. They don't melt well. You can use like a really nice chocolate bar, but these are 70% baking chips. 70% is like the most versatile percentage when you're using dark chocolate. So we're gonna melt this over some water. So the chocolate's melted and we're gonna add our butter. We're gonna combine the eggs and the chocolate. Beautiful. All right, so we're gonna be whipping the whites, and a trick if you want like a really glossy meringue, it's annoying, but the slower you add the sugar, the better. Some people just dump it in and it will never get that like volume and glossiness that you want. Ideally, like I would add this over the course of 5 minutes. Like that's how slow you wanna go. In the meantime, we have Grand Marnier. It's gonna be a little treat, just a kiss. So once those whites are nice and glossy and foamy, and then we fold the two together to make sure the batter is really light. And then it goes in the pan after that. No flour, no gluten. So meringue, you can whip for like 10 hours. There's no such thing as over whipping a meringue. So you can walk away from it. So our pan is ready. We're gonna spray it a lot. You want super stiff. So this is perfect. Like hard to get off the whisk is ideal. Okay, so when you do meringue, you want to start with a whisk. So you can take about like a third of what you're going to be folding in. And this is called the sacrifice in the pastry world because you're deflating it. You're basically whisking it in to introduce the batter to a little bit of lightness. So that's why you can use the whisk at this point. So the batter's like lightened up a little bit. I'm actually going to sacrifice a little bit more because I can just feel it and I want it to be a little bit looser. Because if your base is too thick, then your meringue isn't going to fold in correctly. All right, that's more what I'm looking for. So at this point, we are switching to the spatula. So you can go ahead and put everything else in. So folding, it's basically you're taking the batter and you're twisting it on top. So you want to constantly scrape the sides and go to the bottom. See how the chocolate is just kind of like landing on top. So at this point, you don't want to deflate the whites as much as possible. So you can turn the bowl. It's important to use a big enough bowl when you're doing this. So once you don't see any white pockets anymore, it's good to go. So back to the reason you want to use really good chocolate. It's a very simple cake, and besides the Grand Marnier, all you're going to taste is the chocolate. So the higher quality you use, the better. And then it's going in 350. I'm going to check it in about 20 minutes. Let's get back to this pie. This is the goal. So
Yeah.
so let's do it. Okay, so I have my second pie crust here. So if you want to do a decorated pie like that, you make a double crust pie. I'm gonna get my bench flour here. I'm gonna try to do a circle, and then I can just cut exactly what I need. And I have no idea how this happened, but I had these at home in my grandma's cookie cutter box. So we actually have stars. And this is called a French rolling pin, and you see how it's tapered on the sides? So we have a traditional one. I hate these. I recommend this for everybody, and the longer the better. I know it's counterintuitive because you want like a flat, even surface, but because of the shape here, you can control more of the pressure on different parts of your dough. And it's better to use your hands anyway to navigate the thickness of the dough rather than relying on something flat to do it. This was like $8, so they're not expensive. You don't need a nice one. All right, so then I'm gonna grab my pie. I'm gonna check the size. That's plenty long, so we're gonna go with that. Let's cut our stars first. That sounds good. So I'm gonna do tiny. It's important to work with pie dough when it's really cold, so I'm gonna stick it in the freezer real quick. All right, now we can do the filling. So I'm gonna get some foil. There's a little trick here. So ideally you want a really thick piece of foil, but you can actually use it like as a temporary divider for your fruit. So I'm gonna do a little corner situation. Then let's get our fruit. So I might not need to use all these blueberries, but I want it to be nice and bountiful. So let's do our strawberries. So they've been hanging out with the sugar and the lemon, a little bit of cornstarch for thickener. You could use tapioca starch, you could use flour in a pinch, but it's all gonna taste good. It's just a matter of what you want your slices to look like, if you care if they're Perfect. I don't. I kind of like messy. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure one of the ovens is at 425 because we're gonna start with high heat to get that nice browning on the crust. This is sugar in the raw, so we're actually gonna brush our pie strips and the stars with a little bit of water and then some sparkling sugar. Okay, so now trim the dough where it's gonna meet the pie crust, and then we're gonna kind of just like squeeze it to adhere it. We got our stars here. This is fun. Let's make more pies.
I didn't see any pups.
Yeah.
Wahoo! You gotta get a picture. Okay, first things first, let's check the cake. Still a little jiggly. This guy's ready. So it's gonna go in for 30 minutes at 425 and then 375 after that. So because our ovens are industrial fan, whatever you read on like a blog or whatever, the time is gonna be a lot shorter because these are really powerful. So it says 30 minutes on there, but I'm gonna check it after 15. Behind? So that's done. And then we're gonna let it hang out, but you'll see it's gonna fall. All right, timer is going off for the pie, so we're gonna check that out. I think she's done. Pretty good for a first attempt.
I think people are going to fight for this one on the cakewalk.
You think? I'm also happy with the pie crust recipe because you see the layers there. Yay! Honestly, I think people might want this one. It's a cream cheese buttercream on carrot cake. And then we have a ginger orange caramel that's gonna go on top. So I'm gonna let it fall over the sides because I'm gonna do a crumb coat. It's where you make the edges super clean, but it doesn't necessarily look finished yet. Trendy, I feel like a few years ago, they were called like naked cakes, where it's like, here's your cake, and it's like not done, but we are gonna freeze this and then put more on it so it looks really nice. But for now, it's just to get that nice straight edge all the way around. Tomorrow, we're doing cheddar cheesecake. That's good to go. We're just gonna put the apple butter and the cheese crisps on it. We've got the pie. That's pretty much ready. Just gonna wrap it when it cools. We have this carrot cake that we have left to frost and put the caramel on. We have the chocolate cloud cake, which is gonna get the whipped cream tomorrow. And we have an Italian hangover cake, which is a bundt cake, and it's gonna have a pretty boozy whiskey Grand Marnier glaze that we're gonna put on tomorrow. So lots of good choices.
Good morning, guys. I am thrilled to be here. What's going on? The party starts when?
The party is going to start. We're going to open the doors here at 11. I think a little later at 3, we're going to do a cake walk, and we have some pies and some cakes, 5 different ones available to win today. We have a $100 gift certificate that's going to go to the best costume, the best dressed, most patriotic, most American.
Hot dog.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good prize there.
Jackson, my man.
This is strategically placed.
Yes.
America! America! Freedom! This is freedom right here. We're here. It's 4th of July. I'm American. That's who I am. Dressed up as a proud American.
Is there even a costume contest today, or is it?
Honestly, I think I should just get the $100 now. You know, I think that's no one. You think anyone's going to beat this? Look at this. You know, like got my fanny pack. This was amazing.
Now, thank you so much for coming out to LeRoy and Lewis Barbecue today to celebrate America, celebrating the 4th of July. We are about to start the LeRoy and Lewis Cakewalk. I have Evan LeRoy here to just kind of walk through how this cakewalk's about to work. Evan, educate us.
Thank you guys for coming out today. Very excited about the cakewalk. We have 5 cakes and pies prepared by our pastry chef team. Wonderful Meredyth Haas in the back, and also Jackson LeBar, our representative of America today in the dunk tank. So here's how the rules of the cakewalk work. Everybody with a pink slip is going to come out here and pick a square to stand on. All the proceeds are going to go to the Southern Smoke Foundation, which grant out funds to people who are in need in the service industry, just for any kind of whatever emergency that's kind of thrown at them. So if you're in the service industry and you just find yourself falling on like a difficult time, you can look up the Southern Smoke Foundation, apply for a grant, and they will help you out. Wonderful, wonderful organization. So that's what we're benefiting here. This is how it works. Everybody's going to stand on a square with a pink slip. Pick your own square to stand on. We're going to play music, and when that music plays, you walk clockwise along the path. When it stops, you stop on the square that you're on, and we choose a number from a hat. Whoever is on that square that we pull, or closest without going over, wins a cake or a pie. So if you are in the cakewalk, take your pink slip, take your place on the map. Good luck to all of you. Whenever we're ready, we can start the music for the first round. Look at these cakewalkers. I like to see a little dancing out there too. What's up? Everybody's up! All right. Everybody look at the number that you're on. We have the first drawn number. 43! Thank you! Come on over here. What is your name, young lady?
Ariana.
Ariana, congratulations. You won your choice of a cake. You can make your way inside to our retail fridges right over there. Meredyth, do you mind showing her where? Thank you, Ariana! 4 cakes and pies remain. As we start moving and grooving, once again, I think I see a contestant for costume contest right here.
I feel like busting loose.
What's up, Arizona? 32!
Oh!
32, closest without going over. There you
Oh,
go!
the last minute entry! The last minute entry!
Welcome, what is your name?
Eileen.
Eileen, thank you so much for cakewalking, for supporting Southern Smoke Foundation. You can make your way inside to our retail fridge and select your cake or pie. 3 cakes and pies remain. I think I'd like to get an update on which ones have been taken also. I thought we were going to do like Tom Petty.
No, this is like,
Is this a French band?
maybe.
Everybody's up! Everybody's up! Stop where you are! For the next cake or pie, we're going to have a guest announcer. This is Brad Robinson from Chef's Barbecue. Brad, you having a good 4th of July? Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Number,
Wait for it. Wait for it. 25!
25!
There he is, Mr. Hot Dog of the Universe.
Get his name, get his name.
What's your name, sir?
Carb.
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 Hell yeah, brother. Make your way inside to our retail fridges, and you can select your cake or pie. We are cake walking. We're moving. I mean, I'm hoping that my wife Wednesday can get that Italian hangover cake. That's the one I want. Jax is doing water aerobics. Everybody's up, stop where you are! Everybody's up! For the next cake, second to last, number 35. 35! Yay!
Oh!
Come on over, sir!
USA!
One cake
USA!
remains.
USA!
What's your name, sir?
USA!
Wait! Please make your way inside to the retail fridges and select your cake. One left One cake left. Boop, boop, boop. One cake remains. There's like 20 or so people out here. One cake remains. I want to thank all of you guys for donating, participating, assisting Southern Smoke Foundation. Everybody stop where you are!
Oh God. What's it gonna be?
16. Fly the W. Welcome. What's your name? Stephanie, thank you for winning and participating. Thank you for winning the last cake. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks for participating in the cakewalk. Thank you all. God bless America. I'd like to bring up our best dressed contestants, Jackson, Jameson, Bradley, Brooke, hot dog stand.
She's got the wings.
Okay, I need to confer with my other judge.
I think it should be.
Oh, it's a vote. Okay, all right. Okay, again, a round of applause. Whoever thinks that Jackson is the best dressed. That is a roar from the crowd if I've ever heard one. What about our hot dog eating contest champion, Jameson? The trucker's prayer. You all know him and love him. Chuck's Barbecue, Bradley Robinson, what does everybody think? I think there's only one person left to possibly contend with Jackson. Brooke! You all heard it, folks. It's got to be Jackson. You win! Literally a $100 gift card to LeRoy and Lewis.
I won the costume contest. It's pretty easy. Look at this. America. A real man. Freedom. Yes.
I think the cakewalk went great. There were people boogieing all around the circle. The first cake to go was the carrot cake with cream cheese frosting and the orange ginger caramel. I think next, the cheddar cheesecake went, actually. And then the American flag pie, of course. There was one family who they entered everyone in their family and they actually won 2 cakes, so amazing. And the best part was all of the entry fees went to charity. So it was awesome. Great success. I can't wait to make more cakes and pies.